come in, come in.
Mr. Sparr?
Hi, yes.
Is that you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
How you doing? Wait.
Airshake work for you?
Airshake.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Mr. Martin, is it correct?
Yeah, Mr. Martin.
Yes, it is
Just
nice
Martin.
to meet you. Nice to have you here. I'm Mr. Sparr, as you said, I'm Joel Sparr. I'm going to be your case manager here at Health and Wellness Center. We have confidentiality, so nothing you say will leave this room unless it is about hurting yourself, concerning if you are planning on hurting yourself or if you're planning on hurting others. Overall, I would love to get to know you a little bit. Why have you come in here today?
Well, man, let's see, I guess I'll just take you all the way back, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I said, Joseph Martin. I'm originally from Louisville, Kentucky. Born and raised there. Grew up my whole life living there. Ended up moving out towards Ashland. Was it about 20? About 20. Yeah. Just trying to get away from parents, man. Just the worst. But basically, as soon as I moved out here, I started working for this two guys in the truck. I don't know if you guys. Yeah, you've seen our trucks.
I see you passing through. Yes.
Yeah. It's got two guys in the truck on the truck.
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, I started working out there when I was about 20, so it's probably about 16 years now.
16. Wow.
And I've been with that company for thick and thin. I got married.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
So it's 10 years strong. Got 2 kids.
That is wonderful to hear.
Yeah. I've just been out there working my hardest, trying to move stuff, and getting stuff from place to place.
Two guys in a truck. Is that a moving company? I'm not.
Yeah, we're a moving company.
Okay,
so,
yes, very well.
Yeah, moving houses, moving furniture from place to place.
Mm-hmm.
Call us, we'll get it loaded up, and we'll move it out.
Okay, yes, for sure.
Yeah. Actually, the reason why I'm here though is probably half a year ago, maybe a little bit less. I just moving one day. I was on the job and then just started feeling this heavy pressure on my chest, and I wasn't quite feeling right, wasn't quite thinking right. So I looked over at my friend Frank, and he works with me. I'm like, dude, we got to get me to the hospital. And I got there, and they said, sir, you're having a heart attack.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm 36, and
yeah.
wasn't expecting to have a heart attack. So I started just working there and getting to the hospital, getting home, trying to figure out what's kind of wrong with me, and that's all been a mess because of all the COVID stuff. You can't really stay in the hospital for too long. They send you for one test, and then you come back for a while, and they'll send you another test.
I understand. Yes.
Yeah. But all this trying to get it out with my moving company too, and doctor's orders, I can't really do much anymore.
Yes.
So I've spent 16 years out of this company, and I'm just kind of seeing what my life looks like from now on. Maybe trying to get like a workers' compensation or something like that.
Yes, and we have plenty of resources we can go over. Really, I would like to ask, so how has that really affected your family, the heart attack, the doctor diagnosis?
My wife, she's strong, but she doesn't talk much. She kind of closes in on stuff like that because she's trying to be strong for me. She's trying to be strong for the kids. I can tell it's been rough on her, and all the stuff that I know she normally goes through in her day-to-day life. She just kind of been closing down on that and hadn't been opening up as much as I know she needs to.
Yeah.
And kids are the same way. Kids are scared. They don't want to see daddy in the hospital. They want to be with me, and like I said, COVID, I hadn't been able. They stick you in there. You're by yourself now.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's been rough on them. I know that they've had some rough nights, and there's been some nights where they'll come up in the middle of the night and they'll just want to crawl to bed with me. So I'll let them. I get it. It's scary for them.
Yes, and that does seem like that would be scary. And you said that your wife is strong, though, and that's a great thing that she is definitely being strong for the family, and I'm glad that you see that in her. Yeah, no, and we were talking about workers' compensation. So,
Yeah.
looking at that, what direction would you like to go with that?
I mean, I don't really know much about it. I know my aunt, she has a lot of health problems too. A lot of the same problems I've been having. So she's been on it pretty heavily. I'm not sure I want to be on it as much as she is. I still want to try to do some work, but some assistance would help a lot. Like I said, I didn't go to college. I don't have a degree or anything, and I mean, you got two things in this world. You can either have a job that you get a degree for, and you go and you spend thousands of dollars to go get your education. I can't do that because I already spent my time that I could have done when I was young, and now I got a family. It's not like you can just up and leave them. You can do what I've been doing for 16 years, all the heavy moving stuff that nobody else wants to do, or you can go work at McDonald's, but that you can't feed a family on McDonald's. So I don't know how to manage those three with my current health conditions.
Yes. And question: does your wife do any work? Does she have an income?
Well, yeah, but it's not much. She's actually the director. I'm a Christian, and my entire family we're pretty heavily involved in the church. But she is the preschool director at our church's preschool. We kind of have a small little weekday program there. So she makes a little bit of money, but it's $10,000 a year. It's more of a ministry than it is a full-time position, but she basically works full-time to get.
Okay, yes. That is wonderful that she can give back to the community in that way. It's good to hear a little bit of extra money, but you seem to be saying that there is definitely
it's not much.
Yeah. So for workers' compensation, you said you have a family member on it. She's been on it a lot, and you've expressed that you don't want that to be.
Yeah, I don't want to turn into her.
Yeah, no, and the workers' comp, it's very kind of difficult at the current moment to get to that point, because it does run out, and it's with the way our economy is looking right now.
It's not good.
A little tighter. You can apply for disability, and disability, once again, it will provide some money in that way just to support. Would you be interested in looking that direction?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay, and then also you've spoken about you do want to work again. Where doctor-wise, what do you say that kind of your kind of sweet spot, if you will, of work it would be now?
I mean, he said if I could find someplace like in an office building where I'm not. He basically said I'm done moving stuff around. If I keep doing that, I'm going to end up at Form 40.
Okay.
So any place where I can kind of sit down and do stuff. But I mean, if we can't find that, then maybe look into disability a little further. But.
Okay, so kind of either very low impact or looking further into disability.
Yeah.
Would you be interested in possibly looking more into that, maybe with a career planner? I know some people in the area, they can kind of walk you through what it will look like to enter into the office world, assist you in your day-to-day job in the beginning, and then kind of check in with you, like how I do in the social work route.
I mean, I'd appreciate that, but I mean, I'm already tight on money, so like, how would that affect me monetarily?
We definitely have some ways, grant-wise, we definitely can connect you with some people, and we can look more into that. I can do a little bit more research for you on that and what our policies look like for that.
Okay.
And you did mention education you don't see as feasible. Would you like to elaborate on that a little bit?
I mean, I'm trying to think of all the different opportunities I know. I just don't see myself as an education type man, like, sir, I barely passed high school, and that was 20 years ago, so. Kind of struggling for me, and I just know, even if I were to go back like part-time and do stuff at the local community college, I would still be struggling to do that and trying to do some sort of part-time or.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm hearing you loud and clear, yes. So we're largely looking for, as you've said, low impact.
Low impact.
Low impact.
That's
and-
what the doctor said, and I
Yeah.
mean, I'd be out there moving stuff, same as I did, I love that job.
Yeah, we want to keep you healthy though.
Yeah.
So for sure, yes. Now, so I'm wondering, where would you like to kind of start the search here? Would you like to start, obviously, getting probably workman's comp,
Workman's comp.
into a little bit of disability?
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to go maybe after that?
Shoot, after that, I mean, I do want to try to find some place where I can be set up, where I can eventually get off that, because I remember the kind of stigma that everybody kind of had against my aunt. You know, we all kind of was like, oh, she's the lazy one. I don't want that on me. But you know, if I can't work, I can't work. So,
Yeah,
but hopefully, I want to be full time at some place that's low impact.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely. I want you to know, even if things were to, you were on disability a little bit longer, know that we do not view you in that way. I find that stigma to be just false. So I would like to reassure you in that way that even if things are a little bit harder to come by in the work realm, as we continue to work together, that by no means will we peg you down as lazy. We want to remove that stigma largely. Yet I've had a few run-ins with that myself, and just the stigma. So.
Well, appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So for just looking forward, workman's comp, look into some disability,
Yeah.
and then as for getting a job, would you be willing to just as I explore a little bit on the grant, would the career planning maybe something you would want to
Yeah,
speak with?
I'd be interested in that.
Okay, I have I'll be looking at some policies, some grants. I do know a practitioner around this area who is open and taking clients, with COVID. She is now back out.
In person?
Yes,
Okay.
back in England.
Oh man, I hate that computer.
Is that something we'd want to keep
Yeah,
things in person
yeah.
if we can?
Yeah, in person if we can.
Gotcha. That's good to know. Good to know. So I will. Technology on kind of a low, just very low.
Very low.
Yeah. No, for sure. We can do that. And if things do need to go online,
Well, we can make the transition.
we can.
Yeah.
You have the means.
I have the means.
Okay. So.
I just prefer to meet in person if possible.
Yes. No, that is 100% fine. I'm happy. You can be here in person today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming. For next time, I will be looking more into grants and then more into workman's comp and disability. Would you like to get together maybe bi-weekly? What would you like to look at, like bi-weekly?
Weekly, like every other week?
Or monthly, or however that would work.
Yeah, like every other week will work for me.
Every other week?
Yeah.
Okay, for sure, definitely. Thank you, Mr. Martin, for meeting me here today.
Yeah.
Bear shake.
Air shake.
It's
Thank
good
you,
to see
Mr.
you.
Sparr.
Thank you.
Thank you.